Hello there, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shira Abang Mansur and you're now watching English News at 5. 3 temporary evacuation centres have been opened to accommodate flood victims in Sarawak. According to Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Ambas, the centres are located at Kampung Jugan and Kampung Opar in Bau and Kampung Bedaun in Kuching.
As of today, we have 3 pusat pembinaan sementara telah dibuka. 1 di Kampung Jugan, 2 Kampung Opar, both in Bau, and Kampung Bedaun in Kuching. And we've been briefed that all the necessary support, including makanan, telah pun disediakan. We're going to visit Kampung Bedaun later.
He said this at a press conference of the Sarawak Disaster Management Committee SDMC on Friday. In the meantime, Ugah, who is also chairman of SDMC, said the committee will continue to monitor the evacuation centres to ensure that the facilities are in accordance with the approved plan. He also reminded the people's representatives from Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS to be alert and ensure that the needs of the affected communities are met.
Kita minta juga local YBs, local GPS ahli yang berhormat also to be alert and to give support to the program untuk menentukan rakyat selamat dan dia juga dapat makanan, especially kalau dia ada terlibat ataupun kena banjir.
Selangor, Sabah and Sarawak are the latest states to be hit by floods, making the total number of states affected by floods to 8 thus far. In Selangor, the Secretariat for the State Disaster Management Committee said that 2 flood relief centres were opened in Shah Alam and Kuala Selangor. Perak also saw an increase in the number of flood evacuees, while the situation remained unchanged in Johor and Pahang, with fewer than 50 people affected by the disaster. The number of flood victims at relief centres in Terengganu and Kelantan remained the highest, though it has since recorded a downward trend. In Terengganu, the number of flood victims dropped to 25,895 on Friday morning, down from 27,396 the previous night. There was also a slight drop in the number of flood victims in Kelantan from 24,690 to 24,297. This comes on the heels of an alert by the Malaysian Meteorological Department on continuous rain expected in several parts of Sarawak from Friday. According to a Met Malaysia statement issued at 9 a.m., extremely heavy rain of danger level is expected to occur in Kuching, Serian, Samarahan, Sri Aman and Betong, while a bad level heavy rain forecast is made for Sarike and Muka, involving Tanjung Manis and Daro. Meanwhile, alert level continuous rain is also forecast in Sibu, Muka, which includes Matu, Dalat and Muka, Bintulu, Miri, which includes Subis, Bluru, Miri and Marudi, as well as Limbang. A similar weather forecast is also expected in the Sabah interiors, involving Sipitang, Kuala Penyu and Beaufort, West Coast, Sandakan, which includes Telupit, Kinabatangan, Beluran and Sandakan, and Kudat, as well as in Labuan. Meanwhile, National Disaster Management Agency NADMA, in a statement posted on a Facebook page, instructed for the state and district level disaster management committees to be activated following the warning. Meanwhile, a number of temporary evacuation centres, PPS, to house flash flood victims due to continuous heavy downpour in the last 24 hours. Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Jari Tonopeng made a visit to one of the PPS located in Kampung Sungai Bedaun in Santubong to visit victims, and we've got our reporter Muhammad Yusuf on standby. Yusuf, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Shira. Now, as you can see, the water levels in Kampung Sungai Bedaun has receded for quite a bit. I was made to understand by the villagers here, the water levels has receded compared to earlier this morning at 3 a.m. because the flood came in at about 3 a.m. and several flash flood victims had to be supported because some elderly could not walk on their own to the evacuation center or PPS located right at the entrance of this village. Now, as Shiva has mentioned just now, the Premier Dato' Patinggitan Seri Abang Johari Tun Openg made a visit accompanied by Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugah Mbas and Parliament Member of Santubong Dato' Sri Nancy Shukri to the Kampung Sungai Bedaun PPS Center. And when they've arrived, authorities made a short briefing to them. And then after the short briefing, they made their rounds to visit the victims. And afterwards, Bang Johari held a short press conference to inform the media in regards to the situation, the flood situation throughout Sarawak. As of now, there are about 6 PPS established in Sarawak, located 2 in Bau. There are 2 PPS in Bau, 1 in Kuching, which is this one in Kampung Sungai Bedaun, 2 more in Samarahan, and 1 more in Sebuyau. And across all of these PPS, about 305 victims are currently being evacuated in the evacuation center, which involves 73 families. And for the Kampung Sungai Bedaun PPS itself, there are about 91 flash flood victims, which involves 18 families. Now, for your information, to resolve the flood situation in Kampung Sungai Bedaun itself, Abang Johari stated that a master plan to integrate to upgrade the drainage system will be implemented as soon as possible, because as you may know, the residents from Darul Hana will be moved here, and if the flash flood situation persists, it wouldn't be convenient for the upcoming residents. So this master plan will include the upgrading of drainage so that the people here they will not face any more flash flood problems like now. And during the press conference also, Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugah mentioned that victims who are affected by the flash flood will be given a 1,000 ringgit wang ehsan and assistance, a form of financial assistance to help the families who are affected by the flash flood. As you can see, and I was told by the villagers in Kampung Sungai Bedaun also that the water levels will rise eventually. Right now, the situation right now so far is not as bad as it was. So be on the lookout. Stay tuned with us right here on TVS for more updates regarding the flash flood situation throughout Sarawak. Stay tuned for Utama TVS for the full report as well. And yeah, I guess that's about it. That's all the report I've got for you, Shira. Muhammad Yusuf and videographer Rafiq for TVS. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Stay safe there, Yusuf. Now moving on, a viral video circulated on social media purportedly showing mud flooding in an area in Bukit Begunan on the Pan-Borneo Highway is untrue. The Public Works Department, PWD Sarawak, in a statement stressed that the incident did not happen anywhere along Sarawak's Pan-Borneo Highway. However, the actual mudslide incident, as shown in the video, is said to have taken place in Terengganu on December 18th due to heavy rainfall. Meanwhile, the department also urged the public not to spread unverified information or videos which can cause anxiety or panic. welcome back. To promote Sarawak as a tourist destination for foreigners, concerted efforts must be increased to effectively promote the land of the Hornbills. Tourism, Arts and Culture MOTAC Minister Datuk Sri Tiong King Sing said there are many international travellers who still do not recognise Sarawak as a tourist destination, despite the fact that Sarawak is blessed with natural beauty, resources and a rich cultural heritage.
Tiong said that now was the right time for the country to start attracting foreign tourists as the world is steadily recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. He further explained that MOTAC personnel need to eliminate outdated thinking in order to compete with countries in Southeast Asia, such as Thailand and Vietnam. Tiong also said MOTAC needs to establish goals based on key performance indicators (KPI), and all MOTAC staff need to be committed to this objective.
Sarawak Energy Berhad SEB has advised all landlords to be alert to their tenants' activities, as they can also be implicated if illegal activities are conducted at the rented premises. In a press conference conducted by SEB on Thursday, SEB informed that Sarawak recorded a total of 52 electricity theft cases involving cryptocurrency mining on the rented properties.
With illegal cryptocurrency mining running rampant, SEB will continue to work with the authorities to track those involved and put an end to electricity theft. Electricity theft is a criminal offence under Section 33(5) of the Electricity Ordinance, which carries a penalty of up to 100,000 ringgit and 5 years in jail if found guilty.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. More headlines anytime at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media. And that is all for now. I'm Shira Abang Mansur. Thank you for watching.